If you clicked on this video, that probably means that you feel lost in some area of your life. Maybe that looks like you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to balance your routine with being a mother. And let's be honest, feeling lost doesn't always look like what people think it might look like. Because I know what you might be thinking. You're disciplined, you go to the gym, you changed your life. How could you feel lost? And that is exactly the point, because this version of me that you see right now today isn't the version that felt lost. The version of me that felt lost was waking up late. She had no structure, no sense of direction, and no real confidence in myself. I was inconsistent. I didn't trust myself. I would say I wanted to change, but my actions didn't reflect that. And the worst part is that from the outside, it didn't look that bad, and that's exactly why I stayed there longer than I should have. Because feeling lost doesn't always look like rock bottom. Sometimes it just feels like you know you're meant for more, but you're not becoming her. And even now, I have built discipline, I changed my body, I started a business, but there were still moments where I felt lost again. Not because I didn't have goals, but because I didn't fully know who I was becoming next. So if you feel lost right now, here is what I want you to know. You're not lost because you don't know what to do. You're lost because you're not being who you need to be. If you're new here, my name is Stacy. I help women and moms rebuild their confidence and their identities through discipline and structure. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. I'll give you just a moment. Okay, most people know what they actually should be doing: waking up earlier, going to the gym, eating clean, being consistent, stop scrolling, but they don't do it. And every time you don't follow through, you are disconnecting from yourself slowly. And that's where the lost feeling comes from. It's not confusion, it is disconnection. Feeling lost happens when your actions stop matching your potential. There was a point where I had to be real with myself. I was severely overweight. I would keep making excuses for myself, and I kept saying I wanted a different life, but I was living the same day over and over again. Same habits, same mindset, same excuses. And I remember thinking, at what point do I stop saying I want better and actually start taking the steps to get there? Because the reality is, nobody was coming to save me. And this is the part that it tripped me up, and it trips a lot of people up. You think that you can just latch on to someone else's routine or join somebody with going to the gym because you see their results, and you think that their results are going to magically transfer over to you, but it doesn't work like that. You actually have to put in the work yourself. It doesn't happen in a perfect moment, and it doesn't happen with a spike of motivation. Just you and the choices that you make every single day. Okay, now let's talk about how are we going to stop feeling lost. The first step, it's always going to be awareness. You really have to get honest with yourself and audit your entire life. This is my journal. So the first thing that I did was I journaled everything. And I'm going to go to the beginning pages. It is about 6 pages into this notebook. As you can see, it's very much in the beginning, but I literally wrote down, what are all of the things stopping you from becoming your best self? And then on the other side, I wrote things you can easily do to get there. So I'm just going to give you a few examples of what I wrote down. Mind you, this was in 2024. It was the beginning of 2025, so I would say about a year ago, give or take. Not practicing good sleeping habits, not going to the gym, doom scrolling, healthier eating, and I'm just going to show you so that you can see. I literally wrote all of these things down, and then I wrote for the things that you can easily do to get there. I always stress that you have to make things easy for yourself in order to accomplish them. People always get stuck and they avoid things because your brain naturally wants to avoid uncomfortable things, but the hack to this is making it easy and making it simple. So the things that I wrote down was stick to a sleeping schedule that is aligned with your kids and do things intentionally to boost metabolism. So that is when I started to take B12 vitamins. I started to take vitamin D vitamins. I started to do things to help me stay awake during the day. drinking coffee every morning. That's something so simple. Like, I can easily fit a vitamin into my morning routine, and that just made that habit easy. Another example, what did I say? Healthy eating. Oh, it says doom scrolling. Don't get on your phone when you first wake up. Limit screen time between important tasks and before bed. That's so simple and easy to do. So when I say make it simple, I mean think of one simple thing that you can do today realistically that would push you 1% further. You need to be thinking about where you're wasting your time. You need to be thinking about what things are out of alignment for who you want to become, and you need to start doing the work to fix it. The second thing is going to be an identity shift, and this is the part where everything started to change for me. Then I wasn't just focused so much on my habits, but then I started to focus on what's my I just stuttered so bad. I started to focus on what my identity actually is. Who do I see myself as? I also made an audit of that. What does my higher self wear? What hobbies does she have? How does she take care of herself? This was a number one thing for me. Before, I would always get out of the shower and never moisturize myself. And when I switched my identity, I told myself that you are someone who deserves to be moisturized. You are someone who deserves that extra care, that extra nurturing. You know what I mean? And I solidified that into myself, and that is who I became. So now you will not see me ashy when I get up out the shower. We're gonna get moisturized. I actually do a lotion and a body oil, so I'm double moisturized. Thank you. And then we move into discipline. Motivation did not change my life, discipline did. I mentioned this in my last video, but I really feel like the gym is a easy start for building up that discipline, because you can literally make it as simple as saying you're going to go to the gym 2 days out of the week and making it to the gym those 2 days out of the week. After you do something that you say you're going to do, you build trust within yourself. So it makes it easier to continue doing it. That is literally the cheat code of discipline. Then we move into structure. And this is the part that most people skip, but it is the most vital part, because this is what keeps you going. Your morning routine is so important. My morning routine consists of me waking up. I don't get on my phone, like I put in my notebook. I immediately get up, I go into the bathroom, I do my little skincare, I wash my face. That was another thing. I wash my face every single morning and night, because once again, I solidified into myself and my identity that I am someone who takes better care of myself, because I deserve that, because I am that valuable. I am worthy to be taken care of. How can you expect someone else to take care of you if you can't even put in the work to take care of yourself first, right? Your morning routine, your night routine, your weekly structure. Your life doesn't change when you feel ready. Your life changes when your days are structured differently. And let me just be honest with you. A lot of people don't really want change. They don't actually want change. They just like the idea of it. They like to feel motivated, but they don't like discipline. They don't like doing things when it's inconvenient, and they don't like becoming someone new, because becoming someone new requires you to let go of who you have been before. So the problem is you're not stuck. You just like comfort over change. So if you're watching this and you feel lost right now, then that's good, because that means you're aware. And awareness is the first step to changing everything. But you have to decide, are you going to keep repeating the same cycle, or are you finally going to become the version of yourself that you keep thinking about? If you're ready to actually change your life and stop thinking about it, I do have a free guide that's linked in the description below. It's gonna walk you through the very first steps for change. And if you're serious about rebuilding your identity, your discipline, and your confidence, that is exactly what I help women do. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment if any thoughts came up for you, and I will see y'all in the next video.